President Ranil Wickremesinghe says that a 25-year plan to make Sri Lanka a prosperous nation by 2048 has already been implemented, and added that it can only be achieved with the commitment of the current youth. At the 32nd Interact District Conference, the head of state said that the measures taken by the government during the last 7 months had created economic stability in the country, making Sri Lanka no longer a bankrupt nation. Further, President Wickremesinghe also said that the 25-year plan will ensure that Sri Lanka will not have poverty and will comprise employment for its people.
The 32nd Interact District Conference was held at Temple Trees this morning under the patronage of President Ranil Wickremesinghe.
We are now in a situation we will no longer be declared a bankrupt nation, but a nation that can restructure its debts. That will happen in the next few days. Now, what we are doing at the moment and the results of the IMF Board of Directors only gives us a breathing space where they will say that we are no longer bankrupt and that we can restructure the debt. So all the monies that we had to pay this year, we will be given at least another, I hope, 10 years to repay it. The rupee has now gone up to over 300 and has been remain over 300, going up to 300 even 80, coming down. Once we have this agreement with the IMF, the rupee will come down, but it won't come down to 200 or 185. That has to happen gradually. So we have a period of stabilization, and that is 4 years. With the IMF, they've given targets. We've agreed that the budget will not be a deficit, that the budget will have a surplus by 2026, and that we will then be able to borrow and to pay back the monies we borrow. Now, that is not a very good situation, because once we stabilize the economy and we can restructure the debts, we must also find means of paying off all our debts and coming to a situation where we have a surplus in the country that every year. So to win this encounter, stabilizing the economy is not enough. You must then make the economy grow. And unless you make the economy grow, we will go down again. As far as I am concerned, my aim now is also not only to lay the groundwork to restructure our debt, to stabilize our economy so that we can repay our debts in 10 years' time, but to build a new economy in which we will be prosperous and we will be able also to become a developed economy, giving a better future for those who will be living in the next 40, 50 years. When I lay that down, I need a team for that match. That is going to be the big match. For that game, my team is going to be all of you all. What we will lay down now is a 25-year plan. So by 2049, we'll be a prosperous nation, that we will have no debt, and more than that, each of you will be having at least earning a few $1,000s a month, or maybe more. Some of you are thinking of going abroad and not being in Sri Lanka. Some of you want to go out and work and come back. All I want to say to all those who are thinking of going abroad is don't abandon the country. In the next 2 years, you will see the country developing, and then you will see that you have a future. So certainly go out, certainly study, but remember to come back. Because this is a 25-year match. This is not like the Royal Tomian, which is played in 3 days, or some of the other school matches that are played in 2 days. Second innings will be much longer than the first innings. First innings is only 4 years. Second innings may be 21 years after that. So this is the game that we have to play. Now that game we must play to win. We must become the most prosperous country in our region.